The Barbecue Superstar Shopping Network, BSN. Get the best there is today. Okay, folks, we are back. It might not have been 10 minutes, I don't know, but here's Topago Keys. Here's that seafood sauce that's so good. I guess it probably has to be it's a mayonnaise base. It's got distilled vinegar in it, but the combination of what they've done with this seafood sauce is unbelievable. I'm hooked on it. I guess that's one of the problems with me having BSN is I'm hooked on the main products we sell. I'd love for you to buy them so I could try to buy myself one bottle, have money to buy some stuff for myself, because the stuff is just so daggone good. But Topago Coral Ridge Seafood Dipping Sauce, it's ridiculous. Get a bottle and try it. You'll buy it by the case. We sell it by the case. Okay, Tapio Salsa Picante Hot Sauce. We buy these extra with a lot of orders we get. And I've got 10 cases right now. We're selling it for almost nothing. Put in Tapatio, Tapatio, in the search box and look at the combination packs. This stuff is good. You probably have seen it somewhere in restaurants or something. Buy it for yourself, probably for less than $1 a bottle. I'm going to go ahead and release Barbecue Superstars Roadkill line. We've got steak sauce, wing sauce, barbecue sauce, hot sauce. We got a lot of different flavors in this Roadkill. I'm going to go ahead and release that today for the Super Bowl, and we'll be carrying that from now on. Look on BSN and get yourself some Roadkill flavors. I hate the fact it says Roadkill, but it's good. Here's a Raw Heat Vintage 69. I talked about it on another show. We went ahead and busted us up a bottle and have been using it, and I gotta say, that stuff is really, really good. It's pretty hot. Now, I'm going to warn you, but if you like hot sauce, this might be one of the #1 in the world. Pappy's Mango. This is the #1 sauce we sell of its kind. It's a Kentucky Bourbon Q sauce. So is this, Fighting Cock Q. And we've got a lot of repeat customers on this, and we want to encourage you to try these Kentucky Bourbon Q sauces. I'll actually make a collection for these Kentucky Bourbon Q so you can see them all, because there's a lot of different flavors. But it's made with that good Kentucky Bourbon whiskey, and whiskey is a great base for barbecue sauce. And whiskey, like Kickback Code Moonshine, is a great base for moonshine. For barbecue sauce. We'll be coming out with a full Kickback Code barbecue rubs and sauce line down the road. And Red Border Distillery is going to be the #1 distillery in the United States in 10 years. Butcher Barbecue Premium Rub for all your barbecue needs. Butcher Barbecue is a world champion, and as you can see on his bottle, he won Barbecue Pitmasters, and he was on the Champion League Barbecue Pitmasters. And he knows what he's doing. Butcher Honey, good for steak, chicken. Boston Butts, good for pork and chicken. I can't express to you how much this changes the meat when you put it on it. Get yourself some Butcher Barbecue today. We've got his full line on the website. Now we've got a couple injections right here. We got a pork and original brisket injection. These two injections are the ones that made him famous. Now, you get these two injections and you add a Chops Power injector to it. I'm going to make that combination right now. I'm going to take a picture of it and okay, I got a text here from Joe Melton. He came and cooked with me last year. Okay, what's up, Joe? Good to hear from you. It's been a while. I hope you've been doing good. Yeah, they came and cooked with me one day. I got that was awesome. We cooked a brisket, and man, that brisket came out really, really good. He took one home with him right there. And Joe, I hope you're doing good. I know they were talking about starting a restaurant. I don't know if you started a restaurant, but if you have, text me and let me know right now on the Barbecue Superstars Shopping Network. And we'd be interested to know if you got your restaurant off the ground. I know that they had done a lot of work to try to get ready. And I tell you, when it comes to selling high volume Q, I know that a lot of people think, well, it'll increase my cost if I, put some butcher barbecue injection in my meat before I sell it. Well, it will. It will raise your cost a little bit, but you're going to double, triple, quadruple your flow of customers. And my good friend Brad K right now is down in Florida. He's done started him a restaurant, and they're selling brisket, and he opened the doors, and he's been selling 6 to 10 cases of brisket a week. I mean, that's 40 cases a month. That's a lot of cash flow coming in. And Brad is an expert on injection. He's an expert on flavoring. If you get a chance to go down by Jacksonville, Florida, down that way, Wash Tub Barbecue. Make sure you stop off there, get yourself a meal. Now, it's a destination. Brad K is a world championship cook, legit. I've been with Brad K for probably over a year or two, watching him cook, and he can instill flavor in meat like no other human being on earth. And 2 6s and 4 9s is what made me realize it when I was hanging out with Brad K that they were rigging the contest. And he says that he uses butchers, which now that he's getting some money in his pocket, he might be coming up with his own products. I'm not going to say that he's using butcher now. He's liable to have a Brad K version of all this. And but butcher barbecue, some of the #1 products in the universe for pork, brisket, all your chicken, whole hog. He's got an open pit injection. He ain't playing. He got everything. Now, I don't mind mentioning Chris Lilly and Big Bob Gibson's every time. This is a sweet rub. This is the vinegar. And this is the mayonnaise white sauce. Now, this doesn't taste like just mayonnaise. I mean, it's got a lot of seasoning in it. But 7 pork shoulder world championships in a row at Memphis in May. Now, he's won 8 or 9, 10 now. But he won it all, on the other ones. I'm talking he won the whole contest doing pork shoulder. And Chris Lilly, without a doubt, is the #1 cook in the world. I mean, him, well, it's about 5 of them live about a mile apart up there. That he's in Decatur, Alabama, but the rest of them are up there around Memphis. And Heath Riles is one of them. This is a mustard sauce. It tastes like vinegar to me, but anyway, we've got a truckload of this. You know, if you don't know what you're doing, get the best. Just go ahead and get some Big Bob Gibsons. If you're doing ribs and chicken, to get this one. If you're gonna do Boston butts, shoulders, a whole hog, get this one. This one here is good for chicken. This one here is good for salad. It's good for just about all kinds of stuff like that. On the salad side, coleslaw. You know, if you like mayonnaise with pepper in it, that's the base of coleslaw flavoring. I mean, this is the way to go right here. I've got the combo packs. You can buy all 3 of them and try it, or you can buy them by the case, either way you want. Okay, I did this one the other day, and I'm going to do it again. This Arizona garlic salsa is crazy good. And folks, if you got a restaurant and you want to make a appetizer, this is the way to go. You get Arizona garlic salsa, get some corn chips, get about a pound of pulled pork, some jalapeno peppers, cheese, and then put some sour cream on the very top. This Arizona garlic will sell that dish. And people will come to lunch and always get that appetizer. Now, people will come and get it as their main entree, but they'll always get that appetizer and share it while they're waiting for their plates. And this here, if you bought it by the gallon, and I can arrange that, this here is a traffic builder for your restaurant. It'll turn your backyard cook out. Fiesta artichoke and spinach dip is another one. Now, this is healthy. Artichokes clean out your gallbladder and your liver. If you get backed up, and the whole sign is, I ate some food and my stomach felt bloated. Well, that means right there that your gallbladder and liver duct is not emptying correctly. Well, this here, if you ate it on a regular basis, would take care of all that. Get you one of these, eat one a month, and then, you know, even your constipation needs will probably be depleted. I mean, this stuff is really healthy for you, but it's good. Now, you can mix this with cream cheese. That's crazy good. Or you can go get yourself a half a pound of sour cream and mix it, and man, we'd be ready for the game. I mean, we're going to be ready for the game this next week. And it's awesome. Now, this oyster sauce here, if you had a big oyster cook, like, you know, you're going to have 20 people go down on the beach, you're going to get a whole cooler full of oysters. You're going to eat some of them raw. You're going to roast some of them. You know, you get yourself about 4 or 5 bottles of this and about 2 cases of beer. Now, I tell you what would really mix in with that good is Kickback Cove Honey Moonshine. Now, if you go on Red Border Distillery's Facebook page, there's a group there, it's Kickback Cove Honey Moonshine. And you get this going with the oysters with a great big glass. Hell yeah. Kickback Cove Honey Moonshine in Coke or in Sprite or in a pina colada mix, in a margarita mix. I tell you, if you got you a big old 20-ounce glass of margarita mix with Kickback Cove Moonshine in it and a bunch of oysters, then Now we want to encourage Joe Melton and his brother. I know that opening a restaurant's hard, man. Did you know that 80 or 90% of all restaurants go out of business in the first year? And if you're not ready, don't do it. Don't pull the trigger on it, because you'll end up in bankruptcy. And now I got to give the National Barbecue Association credit. They do teach the business of barbecue restaurant very well. They do a good job. Their meeting is soon. Check nbbqa.org. The only thing I got against the National Barbecue Association is you don't hang out with organized crimes and criminals, and that's all KCBS is. So at some point you have to make a moral decision as to whether you're going to keep potentiating organized crime or you're going to turn away from it. This country needs to be shook up. Truth, justice, and the American way is the only way that democracy works and we can survive. And people that want to circumvent that, we don't need to support. And that's exactly what I'm doing with BSN and Barbecue Superstars. But the National Barbecue Association is a valid, legit organization that really at its root is the base of what's empowering people to make a living in barbecue. It is the base root of what has made barbecue move forward in a positive way in the last 15 years. And they didn't take people's money and send them home broke. They take a little money and send you home with knowledge that will last you a lifetime. It is the most legit #1 organization in barbecue. You know, at some point you don't have to give away your credibility because some white trash think they've got money, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. But go by BSN and check out Peri Peri hot sauce. We've sold a whole bunch of that. It must be one of the best hot sauces in the world because people are going nuts over it. Now we have another Peri Peri that has come out, and that's with Pirate Johnny's. If you go on the Barbecue Superstars website, you'll see Pirate Johnny's on there. They've got a Peri Peri sauce now, and Peri Peri sauces come out of some association with Africa, and Africa, because of the heat, has made some of the best hot sauces that's ever been formulated. And you know, areas that are desert-like make hotter peppers, more consecrated capsicum, and better sauces. And this one out of Africa right here, they've got a location in Alabama that they're working out of, but the hottest chili peppers out of Africa are going into this sauce. This is an African sauce. So, man, it's a chili pepper base. I love that. I know one thing, we've ate a lot of this. Now, my son's become quite a hot sauce fanatic, just like me, but he's worse than me. He can take more heat than I can, and he's crazy about Peri Peri. So check out Pirate Johnny's and check out this one. We've got 2 different brands of barbecue sauce, and you know, Red Border Distillery has got a distiller named Red Bordner, and he's got an exceptional talent. And I got to give Red Bordner credit for probably being one of the best master distillers in the country. And he's going to put together some whiskeys that are going to be highly sought after. And any of these first bottles that you can get your hands on, get them and save them. Don't throw them away, because when we hit the highlight reel in probably a couple years, they're going to be worth value. And then when Red dies, they're going to be worth a whole bunch of money. And something special is getting ready to come out of Red Bordner Distillery. Go and look up. It's REDBORDNER. Look for the distillery page. Like us, friend us. And then we got Kickback Cove Honey Moonshine and Kickback Cove Clear Moonshine that we're getting ready to release. These bottles that are going to come out first are going to be special edition bottles because of the date they were manufactured. We've actually got the very first batch of honey moonshine that's ever going to come off the line down there in tanks now, and we should have our labels next week. We are going to start bottling really soon, so it's a special time in the initiation of our company, and we're lucky that before Red passed on, that he went ahead and decided to start a distillery. It could have been that he'd have passed on and he wouldn't have done this, and we wouldn't have the opportunity to experience what he's doing. And I drank some honey moonshine, one shot yesterday. It was 150 proof. Now, it wasn't in the bottle, it was a testing. That was research. It was one little shot for research. And that was the best taste of whiskey I ever tasted, period. Bar none. I'm talking across the board. Goldschlager, the whole 9 yards. It doesn't matter. I mean, that was, it's the finest, and it says moonshine on it, but people are going to fight over it when they get it, when it goes out. I mean, it's going to sell out, and they're going to fight over it. And I'm lucky. I want to thank God that I was able to be involved in this. I've never really made a lot of money. You know, in my lifetime, I guess I've always tried to stand up for what's right too much. I probably should have knuckled under and done whatever came up and said yeah, and joined in with, but I couldn't, and I can't, and I won't, and I never will. And so I've never really made that much money in my life, but I'm gonna get and be a part of something historic and something special. And if it wasn't that good, I wouldn't say it, but it is that good. And well, we appreciate everybody coming by. BSN, that's our show for today. Go up, take a look, buy what you want. We'll be back again probably next weekend. It gets to where it takes quite a bit of money to get all the stuff in stock so we can do shows. I want to end the show off again with this Texas Soil Steak Seasoning. And folks, that's straight out of the oil fields in Texas, and that, I guarantee you, is no bull. That's the best there is. Alright, y'all have a good day. To Joe Melton, his brother, I just want to say before I close the show off that it's probably best you didn't do it. if you had any doubts. And it's such hard work. It's a big undertaking. You got to make sure you know that you know when you go. And so, you know, consider going to the National Barbecue Association. It really will. It'll change the whole. The Barbecue Superstar Shopping Network, BSN. Get the best there is today.